You're about to discover something absolutely game-changing. Something so simple that you'll wonder why nobody told you about this before. You can grow massive, juicy tomatoes in a simple plastic bottle. No garden needed, no expensive pots, no complicated setup. Just a bottle, some soil, and the step-by-step method I'm about to show you. And here's what makes this even better. While your neighbors are spending hundreds of dollars on raised beds and fancy containers, you'll be harvesting pounds of fresh tomatoes from recycled bottles that cost you absolutely nothing. But here's the catch. Most people who try this fail miserably because they skip one critical step that I'm going to reveal in just a minute. Miss this step and your tomato plant will die before it ever produces a single fruit. Today I'm walking you through every single step of growing tomatoes in plastic bottles, from start to finish. Nothing left out, nothing hidden, just the complete foolproof method that actually works. Let's get started. Step 1. Choosing the right bottle. You need at least a 2-liter bottle, but bigger is always better. Select bottles of at least 3 to 5 liters because larger bottles accommodate larger root systems, and bottle size affects fruit size. Here's what most people mess up right from the start. They grab any random bottle without checking if it's clean or sturdy. But if that bottle had chemicals or soda residue inside, your tomato plant is doomed before you even begin. Remove the label from the bottle and clean it thoroughly with soap and water. Make absolutely sure there's no chemical residue inside. Step 2. Creating drainage holes. This is that critical step I mentioned, the one that separates success from complete failure. Drill several holes at the bottom and add small stones or gravel for extra drainage, because drainage prevents waterlogging and root rot. Without proper drainage, water sits in the bottom, suffocates the roots, and kills your plant within weeks. But with the right drainage, your tomato roots get the oxygen they need to explode with growth. Poke a few additional drainage holes around the bottle opening with a sharp knife to ensure excess water escapes freely. Step 3. Preparing the perfect soil mix. Tomatoes require fertile, loose soil. Mix garden soil, compost, and cocoa peat evenly, and add vermicompost for continuous nutrients while avoiding heavy clay soil. This soil mixture is absolutely crucial because it determines whether your tomatoes grow big and juicy or stay small and disappointing. The compost feeds the plant throughout the season. The cocoa peat keeps it light and airy. The vermicompost provides those essential nutrients that make tomatoes taste incredible. Never use heavy clay soil. It compacts too much and chokes the roots. Step 4. Selecting the right tomato variety. Not all tomatoes work in bottles. This is where beginners waste months of effort on the wrong varieties. Cherry tomatoes and dwarf determinate varieties perform best in containers because these varieties focus on fruit production rather than height. Some perfect varieties include cherry tomatoes, dwarf varieties, and compact determinate types. Microtom grows just 6 inches tall and can be planted in small containers where it will produce several dozen fruits. Avoid indeterminate varieties that grow 6 feet tall. They'll outgrow your bottle and collapse. Step 5. Planting your tomato seedling. Here's a secret that doubles your yield. Tomatoes grow roots from their stem, which is a huge advantage. When your seedling is 6 to 8 inches tall, remove the lower leaves and add more soil so the stem is buried deeper, creating a stronger root system that leads to more fruits. Place your seedling in the bottle and fill with soil almost to the top, burying the stem as deep as possible. More buried stem equals more roots. More roots equals more tomatoes. Pack the soil gently, but don't compress it too hard. Add potting soil through the bottom, avoiding packing it too tightly. Step 6. Positioning for maximum sunlight. Tomatoes need 6 to 8 hours of sunlight daily, with morning sun being ideal, and you should rotate bottles weekly for even exposure because insufficient light reduces flowering. Place your bottle where it gets full sun. South-facing balconies work perfectly. Windowsills that catch morning light are excellent. Without enough light, your plant will grow tall and leggy but produce almost no fruit. Light is absolutely non-negotiable for tomatoes. Step 7. Watering correctly. Plastic bottles dry faster than pots, so water regularly, but avoid waterlogging, with morning watering being best. Stick your finger 1 inch into the soil. If it's dry, water thoroughly until water drains from the bottom holes. If it's still moist, wait another day. Water your tomato plant anytime the soil surface dries out, probably every day during warm summer months. Inconsistent watering causes blossom drop and cracked fruits. Keep it steady. Step 8. Feeding your plant. Tomatoes are heavy feeders. Apply liquid compost every 2 weeks. Banana peel water boosts potassium, and Epsom salt provides magnesium. Start feeding 2 weeks after planting. Use diluted liquid fertilizer or compost tea every 10 to 14 days. This keeps your plant producing flowers and fruits non-stop throughout the season. Step 9. Providing support. Tomato plants need support for upward growth using bamboo sticks, wooden stakes, or wire frames tied loosely with thread or soft cloth. Even dwarf varieties produce better with support. Insert a stake or stick into the bottle and tie the main stem loosely as it grows. Step 10. Harvesting your tomatoes. Harvest tomatoes when fully colored and firm using scissors to cut stems, with regular harvesting encouraging more flowering and morning harvest, preserving freshness. Never pull tomatoes off the vine. Use scissors or pruning shears to cut the stem cleanly. This prevents damage to the plant and encourages it to keep producing. Growing tomatoes in plastic bottles isn't just possible, it's incredibly productive when you follow these exact steps. You don't need a garden, you don't need expensive equipment, you just need a bottle, the right soil mix, proper drainage, and consistent care. Tomato seeds germinate in 6 to 8 days, and with just a plastic bottle, a handful of soil, and a few seeds, you can grow fresh tomatoes at home with no garden required. So grab a plastic bottle this week. Follow these 10 steps exactly, and in just a few months, you'll be harvesting your own fresh organic tomatoes that taste 1,000 times better than anything from the grocery store. Which step surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. And subscribe because I'm sharing more space-saving gardening methods that will transform your balcony into a productive food garden. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.